G'day all, it's Colin from PCTLC and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at Excel online and Excel offline and the different ways of saving and the restrictions within the Excel online site-specific browser. Let's log in to Excel online and start creating a document. Right, we've logged into Excel Online, so what we're going to do is create a new blank workbook. Okay, so we've saved the Linux Mint application start times, done it all from scratch, and this should be called book or maybe book 1. So what we can do is we can go to file and save as, and we can download a copy to our local computer, save file, and we go to our downloads folder and there it is there, book XLSX. So it's downloaded as a XLSX file, Excel file. Now on here, that's called book. So we need to sign out. Okay, so just to demonstrate how we do that, we can go to downloads and we can double click that and open with LibreOffice, not a problem. But what we want to do is have a look at where our current file is online. So when we open up Excel, we have the option here of the one that we're working on, book XLSX. And that is the document that I've created. No problem, all still working okay, all intact. If we go to OneDrive, I doubt whether we can come back after opening any documents. So let's go to Documents, and that's where it's saved it. So let's open that. I doubt whether it will open. No. So I can't go back or forwards or anything. Okay. So the other thing that we can do we've got an option here to open from OneDrive. And there's our book. Let's open that. Now that's not going to open either. Okay, So your best options is to open your recent documents. So anything that you've worked on should show down in here. That's the best way to open it. If you go to OneDrive, you can select new blank workbook. You can select any of these workbooks here as well, depending upon what document you wish to create. However, there are some restrictions here because anything that will be opening up in a tab, it just won't happen. So you're best to work from here only, or you can choose upload a workbook from your computer, and you can do it that way. So here's another one I created earlier, so we could open that. And that opens up, so it's not a problem there. However, if we go to File, we can open recent documents, not a problem. We can go, maybe we can try more online, but I don't think, no, because that wants to open a tab, and that's where the problem comes in. So you're very restricted. Now, just having a look at the one that we downloaded, we open that up in LibreOffice. Now if I was to fill in the gaps here, okay, so we've saved that. Now we'll save that. Now at this point, if you've originally created it in LibreOffice, when you save it first as a LibreOffice doc, ODF format, and then what you can do, so this one here, when you save, it's going to continue to save as an Excel document, 2007 to 2013. However, what you can do, cancel that, File, Save As first. Save it as an ODF spreadsheet. Save that. So what you've got there is an ODS for your LibreOffice, and then you can, when you click save, then you can also save as the book. Well, actually what we'll do, we'll save it as the same name. So now effectively what we've got there is we've got the two documents. So if we was to close this, close that out, now we've made all the changes there. And then and we've got the native one as well, just in case, as a backup. Now, if you've made changes online, or offline, sorry, you need to upload that workbook back to Excel Online. So then what you can do is upload your workbook, choose your Excel SX, open that. And there's your updated workbook. So just remember, when you're downloading, when your file and download a copy, it's downloading a copy of the Excel SX, and then you open that up with LibreOffice. You can save it as both. Okay, so we've signed out of there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Microsoft Online. Microsoft OneDrive. We're going to log in there. Okay, so we're logged into OneDrive within the browser, not within the ICE specific browser. It's actually within Firefox. And we'll have a look at our documents here. And now these ones here, I've all saved here, but I prefer them to be in my docs. So we move to Documents and Docs. Move. Okay, so inside Docs, I'll have those there. Now, the one thing you must realize when you're using the Office Online, which is using the ICE program, this one here, when you're online and you're opening something here, that's Open Word, it opens in another tab. Now, this is where the sticking point comes with this Office Online, Excel Online, any of these online. If you're clicking on anything that opens in another tab, like so, that's when it'll freeze up and it won't do anything. So if I open from OneDrive, that opens in the same tab, but when you open one of these, it opens in a different tab, and then it won't open as well. So you can pretty much only work from your recent documents. So if you go to recent documents, you can work from them. If you open that up, it does not I don't think that opened in another tab, did it? Or it did. Let's try that again. So if I go to File and Recent Documents, it does open up in another tab. But within the site-specific browser, I believe that that'll just open up anyway, as we've seen. So this is where the problem comes in. So any of these that you're clicking on is opening in another tab. So if you choose to go to from here, Documents, that's okay. You can probably go to Documents, you can look around and stuff, but once you open something, it's going to be opening in a new tab, and that's where the site-specific browser lets you down, because it's trying to open another tab and it doesn't allow tab browsing. So that's one of the issues there. So you've got to remember when you're working with, just let me log out from here. Okay, so when you're working with these onlines, just work from your documents or upload a workbook from the computer is best. So if anybody knows any easier ways or other ways of using the tab browsers, please make a comment. It would be much appreciated. Otherwise, that's the best way I know. So I don't know if I can see much advantage of working with the Microsoft Excel Online, unless, because you can easily save documents with LibreOffice anyway. So that's, and you can save them as Excel. So if you've got LibreOffice on your computer, you can work pretty much anywhere. You can save it as an Excel SX or an XLS anyway, so it shouldn't be an issue. Let's just check that out. File, save as. And you've got your formats down here for 2007 up to 2013 SL SX, and then you've got the 2003 97 to 2003, which is a XLS. So you've got all those options there, so there's plenty of options, no problem. And this one down here, 2007 to 2016 XML XLSM, I'm not quite sure what that is. So you do have plenty of options there. Cancel that. Close that. So if you was to open a LibreOffice calc from scratch, and we was to say just create a simple couple of things in here. Okay, and then what we do is we save under Documents, My Workbook, save that, and then we can just go, we make some more changes. Okay, so as we save, we continue to click save, and that saves as an ODS. Now what we can do, before you save as anything, make sure you click save, and your ODS is up to scratch. It's saved up to the point where you're working. Then you go save as and choose Microsoft Excel SX for 2007 to 2013. Call it My Workbook. In Documents, save that and save as an XL. Now what's happened here is it's continued to open it as the XL. So if you don't save as the ODS first, I don't think you'll have that as a choice. So you've got to make sure you save it first. So now we have My Workbook ODS, My Workbook XLSX. So you've got your original that you're working on, and you've got the workbook for XLSX that you can upload from Microsoft Excel Online. But this option here may be good for people who have just been working online, and they've probably always been working on Microsoft Excel Online and never used anything else. So if that's the case, then this is good for you. So we all have our different workflows and our different ways of doing things. So yep, there might be some people out there that just only use Excel Online and comfortable doing that. That's fine. This is very good for you. So you just got to remember the restrictions within the site-specific browser for doing that. And as long as you remember that, if you do get stuck, you can just log back in from here anyway. Just open it back up and log back in. It would have been saved, whatever changes you made. but your biggest problem is just opening a document. As long as you do that from recents, you should be fine. Anyway, that was Peppermint 9 Microsoft Excel Online. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.